Today, we're diving into a popular post from the Reddit titled as, "Owners didn't want to give me what I deserved. Now they are about to lose a $3 million contract because I resigned." This post received 28,572 upvotes. Posted by Tcrambo. The post reads as follows. Edit. I apologize for the length of this, but I finally stuck it to my bosses and I couldn't be happier. I am a young project manager for an unlimited commercial GC. I picked up a hammer for the first time 6 years ago, no prior experience. I was raised believing if you work hard and apply yourself you will be successful. For 2 years I learned everything that I could in the construction industry. Took my work home with me and studied on my own time to better myself. For that I was promoted to foreman. I was brought in to take over a small project at a 12-building 120-unit condo complex. It started small and the board of directors for the WA told me they loved my professionalism, work ethic, and ability to complete projects on time, and under budget. We won a big contract because of that small project. That was 3 years ago. I have since taken over the job of foreman, superintendent, and project manager. I do the billing, meetings with engineers and board members, scheduling, takeoff, material ordering. I even train the subs on application of new products because we didn't have enough mid-management. The project just passed $2.7 million. We got a bid request for another $3 million job in the same complex. All the while the board of directors telling me how appreciative they are and how they've gone through 5 different contractors in the years before committing to my company because of my management and quality of work. This boosted my confidence and I went to the owners asking for the raise they promised me 1 year ago for my production. They told me, "The experience you're gaining is far more valuable." I said, "You're right." I put my resume on public. Got contacted by a headhunter. Just accepted an offer this week for $80,000 a year salary. Full benefits, 28 days PTO including holidays. In the office now. No more working from the field, full in my own truck. Laptop. Wi-Fi in my truck for on-the-go billing when I visit the out-of-state projects. $80 per diem. 100% matching 401k for the first 3 years of my employment. Quarterly bonus programs. The company I'm with now only pays me $40k and that's it, none of the above listed benefits. The final nail in the coffin was when the owners bragged about how much my project made in a company meeting and then denied me a Christmas bonus. I laid this offer on their desk Friday and watched their jaws hit the floor. I told the WA board president of the project I'm running about my resignation when they couldn't match the offer. His eyes got big and requested a meeting with the owners and expressed serious concern about moving forward with the new project without my involvement. They don't have anyone to replace me and I'm not gonna lie. It feels good to hurt their pockets when I gave them everything I had for 6 years and only asked for the median project manager salary. Fuck those greedy bastards. A comment from user Deniu says, "They told me, the experience you're gaining is far more valuable." I said, "You're right." I put my resume on public. Just accepted an offer this week for $80,000 a year salary. Well, yes, that's exactly what experience is valuable means. Good job. This comment received 3088 upvotes. A comment from user an anonymous user says, "I love this misconception of how they think you're smart enough to do the job, but not smart enough to know your worth and look elsewhere." This comment received 2582 upvotes. A comment from user Sneaky Doing says, "Good job op, go get yours." This comment received 3237 upvotes. A comment from user JThundercleese says, "40k for the job you were doing is criminal. I was at my last job for 3 years. Got a ton of praise and raises the first year, and nothing after that. No raises for 2 years. I recently quit and they had to replace me with someone who doesn't speak English, which means they're also paying a translator. It take about 4 months to get up to speed in the position, and even then you'll spend another 4 to 6 months getting good at everything. So in my absence, my former boss has spent a ton of time picking up the slack. I also didn't give any notice. I put in for 3 days of PTO at the end of the week and no call no showed the following Monday. so they didn't know I quit until 5 days after my last shift. Texted my former boss at 11 a.m., 5 hours late for the shift, that their wage structure was unethical and I wasn't going to wait around for one of their particularly unsafe drivers to kill someone. That guy really did almost kill several people multiple times. This comment received 1633 upvotes. A comment from user Captain Cinders says, "Amazing how that works. I worked for 10 years in a very specialized industry and every single project made money and got good customer satisfaction. Kinda why they came back to us again and again. My final project was a super rush. Super important job with a set-in-stone end date. Think, our original supplier has failed. But we need this job finished in time for the Olympics when the US president is due to visit. Which the customer gave to us because of our expertise, and for which my company promised me a promotion if I proved my worth. We achieved the timescale, made money and customer was super happy as we pulled his ass out of the fire. So of course my company's HR decided they could not give me the promotion because of reorganization. When I complained to HR, their literal word-for-word response was, 'You should feel lucky you have a job.' It was my final project because I resigned. I heard through the grapevine that the next multi-million job they got from the customer was managed by a higher grade than me, but zero experience of this industry. Worked out the irony that they blocked my promotion and then gave my job to someone of a higher grade yet? The job went 3 times over the fixed price budget. The company decided that this part of the business was too high risk and pulled out altogether. 10 years of good profitable business gone. This comment received 288 upvotes. A comment from user Fluttering Fi says, "Hit 'em where they'll care. Write in the checkbook. Good job." This comment received 321 upvotes. A comment from user An anonymous user says, "Lolling at that valuable experience. Valuable to who, sir?" This comment received 305 upvotes. A comment from user Odorless Terpenoid says, "Congratulations." This comment received 59 upvotes. A comment from user Big Day Out 95-14 says, "Fuck those greedy bastards alright." This comment received 54 upvotes. A comment from user SciGuy45 says, "Congrats. Just a heads up to reread the 401k match terms. There's a good chance the 401k match vests after 3 years, meaning you have to stay 3 years to get the company's contribution. Employers won't typically reduce benefits for long-term employees." This comment received 53 upvotes. A comment from user Dr. Governor says, "Well done. The best revenge is being successful." This comment received 44 upvotes. A comment from user Just Passing Shish says, "Indeed pro revenge. Well played, sir." This comment received 40 upvotes. A comment from user Dan Between Jobs says, "Just a side note, PM to PM. Get your PMP. The cert gives you a lot more bargaining room on your salary and bennies. You're at 80k now. With your experience plus a PMP you're at 120k easy. Well FN done all around, man." This comment received 126 upvotes. A reply from the original author Tcrambo says, "Thanks man, I'm definitely going to do that ASAP." This reply received 3 upvotes. A comment from user Internets_fault says, "Feels good man. I busted my ass working as a plasterer in Eastern Australia for 5 years, struggling to make ends meet throughout my apprenticeship, being paid below minimum wage. Asked my boss for a raise so I could do more than exist. He said $19 an hour is plenty for a 4th-year apprentice. I handed in my 2 weeks resignation the next day. After I finished there I moved over west and started working in road construction. Started on $30 an hour 2 years ago. Last November I got offered a job paying $50 an hour, accommodation at camp, all food provided and $400 on travels days for my breaks. I work in 4 weeks on 1 week off swings. 2 days travel for my week off. Over Christmas my old plastering company rang me up asking me if I wanted to come back for $25 an hour with a company van. Never been more happy to tell someone to shove it in my entire life. This comment received 40 upvotes. A comment from user Penkovnik says, "Should drop this to our anti-work." This comment received 97 upvotes. A reply from the original author Tkrambo says, "I posted there first. They told me to post here. Elmao I never knew of ProRevenge. Joined as soon as I read the top post." This reply received 89 upvotes.